What's up guys? Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Cora here, and for today's video we're gonna do a little bit of a vlog, a little bit of a day of eating, I believe, and just take you through the life with the Corys. We went out this morning. I grabbed a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. Yes, can I get a medium toasted almond coffee with almond milk? I don't know if I said iced coffee or not.
Iced coffee with toasted almond?
Yep, and almond milk and 3 Splenda. Thank you so much.
Kara's trying to not pay.
I know.
Okay, go on, have
Thanks,
a
you
good day.
too.
Trying to steal coffee?
It like just didn't even occur to me that I owed this woman money. I was just like, give me that coffee, lady. My current order is my favorite. I'll share that with you guys. It's just getting, because I'm trying to do dairy free here. I've got an iced coffee with toasted almond and almond milk, and I do put Splenda in there too. And then for breakfast, just made up something real quick. I've got multi-grain tortilla with some egg whites, a whole egg, avocado, and a little bit of low sugar ketchup. I'm gonna eat that like a little wrap. And I've got like some Mrs. Dash seasoning on there too. And then I've got a nectarine all sliced up. I feel like nectarines don't they don't get enough love. I like them when they still have a little crunch to them, so I keep them in the fridge. I like them because they're not super sweet, and I don't know, I like the texture of them. It's beautiful out, so I'm gonna sit outside, and this is what I hate about the summertime. We keep it so cold in our house. Not complaining since the AC was broke last weekend though, but it's so cold in there, I'm always having to wear sweatshirts when I'm inside, so it just kind of feels nice to sit outside. You gonna join me, big guy? You join me for my breakfast? The macros for breakfast. Look at those cute nails. Nectarine. I've got my wrap, the avocado, the whole egg. I did 2 egg whites, and then my coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. I don't really follow set goals at MyFitnessPal right now. When I track, I'm just kind of like tracking to see how things look. All right, so that gives me 20 grams of protein, 36 carbohydrates, 13 fiber, those wraps are high in fiber, and 14 grams of fat. That's meal number 1. That kind of tends to be normal macros for me. I'd say for my first meal, I tend to like a little more fat at breakfast. Not always super high protein at breakfast because I'm just like not in the mood for a ton of protein first thing when I wake up. This should be good to hold me over for a little bit. Not a super high calorie meal, but something to tide me over for now. I'm going to finish up my breakfast, and then I'm gonna finish on my client emails. I usually spend Sunday mornings making sure I've, responded to everyone and kind of gotten everything squared away in that department. So that's what I'm gonna work on next. I just want to capture how peaceful it is outside right now. Bruce Wayne's laying down by my side. Birds are chirping. I just want to take a couple deep breaths, honestly, because I feel like the world just continues to feel so heavy, and sometimes just taking a few moments to sit outside, relax, listen to the leaves move, listen to the birds chirp, just does some good for my soul. My little anxious soul lately, if I'm being honest. This guy. Morning playtime with Biggles. His favorite toy, the flirt pole. Getting very sleepy. Oh.
Such a happy animal.
He is. He loves life.
He is so happy.
Hi, Mom.
I've never seen a happier animal in my life.
Me either. Winston was miserable.
It is contagious, too.
It is. It makes you smile. I'm gonna go pee. You guys, I'm gonna take my toy with me. Love that he keeps the toy in his mouth while he pees.
And he just stares at you.
Direct eye contact. Oh, happy boy. Yeah, this is how we broke Mom's shoulder, remember? And that, my friends, will tire Bruce Wayne out for basically the entire day. The most mentally taxing and stimulating for him. So I can't tell if I'm actually genuinely hungry or if I'm just like wanting to eat, because eating's fun to me. So in times like that, something I do is first try to drink a bunch of water, wait 15 minutes, and then reassess, because sometimes what's happening is you are you're thinking you're hungry, but you're actually just thirsty. And I did purchase one of these guys this past week because honestly, I felt like my water intake wasn't as good as I thought it was, and this totally proved that to me. This is like a 73-ounce jug, so it's not a full gallon or anything, a little bit over a half gallon. The first day I drank this, I didn't even drink the whole thing. I drank like half of it. So it was very eye-opening to me for how little water I was drinking. So just a tip for you. I know it looks a bit bro to walk around with a jug. You don't have to do that. But for me personally, having a jug filled just keeps me way more cognizant of how much I've drank and just kind of like stay on that path. So I'm gonna chug a bunch of water, keep on working, and then in like 15 minutes, if I still am like, I think I kind of want to eat, then I'm gonna eat. Threw myself together really quick. This is kind of like my quick summer makeup, a little bit glowy, not too heavy whatsoever, for when I just want like a splash of something on my face. And working with very dirty hair here today. I got my hair done this past week, so I try to like not wash it for as long as possible. I don't know, I'll probably change it 17 more times today, but threw it up in a clip. And I'm just wearing a little Buff Bunny crop top, and this skirt is from Glow Fashion Boutique. It's this little cheetah skirt. I love it. Got like rouging up here, which is really flattering. And then the slit, which isn't too light. It's not too aggressive, you know?
Not too aggressive?
It's not too aggressive, you know? Is Biggs coming with us or nah?
It's way too hot. He can't be sitting in the car.
True. Sorry, dude. You're staying here. We are going to attempt to go to a bike shop and buy me a bike helmet. I just feel like that makes it official. I'm an official biker, cyclist, rider. Turns out the bike shop is not open today, so we're going into Dick's Sporting Goods and hopefully get me a bicycle helmet.
Now you can stop yelling at her for not wearing a helmet. You can just keep yelling at me.
I think this might be it. 23 vents to keep me cool. Hi.
Just got scammed.
I'm just trying to break it in and make sure. Thank you, have a great day. Keeping it safe, y'all. Keep it safe. What others do you want? Jason and I ended up stopping into Core Eatery, which is one of my favorite places to eat. It always sounds good to me. So we both grabbed a salad, and I did my go-to, which is build your own greens bowl with baby spinach. We did kale, and then I got spicy broccoli, bell peppers, carrots, chickpeas, and cucumbers. And then I did their chicken, walnuts, and their cranberry vinaigrette dressing. So I love that. And it's one of those things where it always fills me up temporarily, and then I'm gonna be honest, like 10 minutes later, I feel like I'm starving, like a pit in my stomach. I get that sometimes with salads. It's a little odd. But I am gonna try to put it into my Fitness Pal. You know, the one thing with a salad like that, it still ends up being very high in fat. You know, number one, I did walnuts. Number two, the salad dressing, they do a full 2-ounce serving. And then for the chicken, not only do they like pre-marinate it and cook it, but then we saw when they throw it on the grill, they add more marinade to it. So it's one of those things, if you're someone that is really trying to like track closely and make progress, that even when you're eating out and you're just eating a salad, the fat grams can add up very quickly, the sodium can add up very quickly, and it can leave you with that ability at the end of the week to not show any progress. So I know years ago now when I was competing, I would frequently get Core Eatery because I felt like it was simple, it was clean, it was something I could throw into my meal plan without it affecting anything. But I remember it was like 3 to 4 weeks in a row, I was like seeing absolutely no changes in my weight. And I remember, I think I had said to Danica, like that was the only thing I was doing. So I cut that out and truly only ate food from my own home, and it made all the difference. So it's just something to throw out there. I certainly do not advise saying never eat out again, because I like to eat out. It makes me happy. It's fun. It's something to do. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that for you guys. But I think I'm gonna have a snack right now, actually, because I'm hungry. All right, for a little snack, banana, some of this dark chocolate Dreams peanut butter. It's like 90 degrees out right now. It got really, really hot out. I like to go out either for a little bike ride or run or a little cardio. So we'll see. I don't want to do something too heavy right now because I'm going to eat probably a big old dinner tonight. That just sounds good to me. I like eating one big giant meal for dinner. Plus my sister's coming over tonight. She's gonna give me and Jason massages, so elated about that because we have not had massages since this all hit. So that should be good, but I wanna kind of eat everything before she comes over. Just that way, after my massage, I can be fully relaxed and like done for the night kind of thing, if that makes sense. So anyways, do you hear him sniffing? What are you sniffing, dude? Why are you sniffing so hardcore? Stare contest. Who's gonna break first? Him. Ha, I won. So for lunch, I did my best with adding in the core items, but MyFitnessPal has some, but not all of it. I did do the spicy broccoli, 2 servings of that, because there's definitely fat in that, so I wanted to account for it. I didn't add in the peppers, the carrots, or the cucumbers, because I feel like it's so minimal what they add in there calorie-wise, so I'm not too worried about it. The scoop of chicken, I feel like this is incorrect. It shows 1 carb, 23 protein, 0 grams of fat. That's definitely not correct, and there's no sodium. So somebody probably just added this in here as an estimate. I'd say protein-wise, that's probably correct, but there's definitely fat added to that chicken and loads of sodium. So what you could also do is just kind of estimate in MyFitnessPal, like the oil, or if you're not worried about numbers so much, like I'm not trying to hit numbers right now, so I'm just gonna like be aware of the fact that I had additional fat in this meal, so I'm probably gonna feel a little more full or maybe kind of ease up on the fats, but I love my fats. I added in the chickpeas, the dressing was like an estimate from their website I threw in there, the walnuts, another estimate, and then my banana with a full serving of dark chocolate dreams because it's so good. Again, not aiming for anything, but my protein's pretty low so far. So my next meal I'm gonna make sure is higher, a little higher in protein. I'm slacking there. Carbs are a little bit low, and I'm definitely going hard on the fats today. So I actually get asked this a lot, and that's how to know what you should eat and how much to lose weight, you know, what your macros should be. And honestly, different strokes for different folks. It's definitely going to depend on the person. It's going to depend on a number of factors, but you know, at the end of the day, there's a number of different ways to get there. It doesn't mean one method is right or wrong. It's more so finding what works best for you. So some people track macros and utilize macro goals to a T. Some people follow calories. Some people follow a meal plan. Some people do intuitive eating. You know, there's a number of different ways to get there and to reach your goals. So it's learning more about yourself, what works for you. I'm someone that if I'm truly, like if I'm trying to, you know, lean out or lose weight, lose body fat, change my body composition, I do best if I'm tracking macros and have set macro goals. Otherwise, I'm very all over the place. I'm consistently inconsistent, so it's hard for me to see progress when doing so. That structure really helps me out, and I enjoy a macro approach versus just calories. And with that, I've learned it's very important for me too, to really focus on nutrient-dense choices, you know, to not see it as flexible dieting that, you know, as long as you're within your macros, you're good to go. It's not the case. I definitely feel differently when I eat certain foods. It kind of goes back to my Nutrition Myths Busted video. If you guys watch that, I go into a bit more detail on that kind of a topic, but I just wanted to mention that here too. Just so you don't see what I'm doing or what someone else is doing and think that's the way it has to be. It's learning about what works best for you on your own journey, right? You guys are now seeing some workout footage from the workout today. I worked out with the husband, Jason. He took me through a little bit of like a fullish body kind of day. So you guys are gonna see that workout here. I just wanted to check in with you guys and see how everyone is feeling at this point in time on your own fitness journeys. How are you guys doing? How are you handling everything? I know for myself, we're like, what, almost 4 months into the pandemic. It's been about 4 months since Jason and I have even stepped foot in a gym, which is kind of crazy because you guys, I've worked out in a gym. I kid you not. I joined a gym when I was 15 years old. They opened a gym in downtown Messina, and I just had a weird love for fitness at a young age and desperately wanted to join a gym, and I was allowed to. So I've literally been working out at a gym since, actually, I think I was less than 15. I think I was 14. I digress. I've been working out at a gym for the majority of my life. It's just something that's I've always enjoyed. I have found it so therapeutic. It's never been difficult for me to get there or to do. So it's crazy to think about like 4 months passing by and not being able to step foot in a gym. But with that being said, I also look back and I'm proud of myself with how far I've come, that I'm no longer in that tiny little box of needing to be in a gym to have a great workout. Like I was in a box years ago when I felt like in order to have a good workout, I needed to run, and I had to run like X amount of minutes or miles. Like we put these false like realities on ourselves, and it's not true. So sometimes you have to break out of those barriers, and I feel like, you know, as much as it sucks, like quarantine's been a good way for me to find new ways to still maintain my fitness and get creative. So we're fortunate we have the home gym, and we can do quite a bit down there. Honestly, there's some stuff you can't do, but for the most part, we can make a lot of substitutions across the board. But, you know, at this point in time, the gyms were supposed to open in New York with phase 4, and then last minute they rescinded that. So it was really kind of heartbreaking for some of the local gym owners that I do know. And, you know, I really hope to see gyms open soon, but at least in New York State, we don't really know what's gonna happen here, you guys. So I'm just trying to take it one day at a time, because quite honestly, if I overthink it, I get very overwhelmed with this whole pandemic. And I'm sure you guys can relate, because everyone is dealing with this in one way or another. It's causing stress on everyone's life. So, you know, in terms of your fitness journeys, I hope you guys have been able to make it fun. And you know, 4 months in, it might be time to like switch it up what you're doing. I know I get bored relatively easily as well. So, you know, just finding new ways to switch it up. And, you know, even if it's something as simple as like going for a walk, you know, versus going to your home gym, or, you know, just get moving. That's the bottom line, you guys. Move, have fun with it. And for me, it also helps with my mental health too, which is why I've made it a point to stay consistent, still doing 4 to 5 days a week. So that's my little fitness update for you guys. You will know as soon as I can step foot in a gym again, because I will certainly take you guys with me. But I hope you are all doing well and enjoy the rest of the video. Turned out good, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna cook them like that. Wow, it's wicked good.
Hawaiian black lava sea salt.
Well, you got a wicked good meal there.
You like that?
I'm jealous.
Okay, I did good then.
Well, I did good too.
Yeah, he made me the scallops. So
Jeez.
there you go. You got something to do right now?
I'm gonna eat pancakes.
You're gonna make pancakes?
I'm gonna eat them.
Oh, go eat your pancakes. I'll set this down. That's why we have a little tripod here. So much later than planned. Things didn't go quite as planned. I had wanted to eat and be done for the night before my sister came over and did massages. It didn't work out. I took the dog for a walk, did a couple other things, and got my massage, which was fabulous. Thank you, Alyssa. But so it's now 9 o'clock. I'm just sitting down for dinner. And for dinner, I'm having kind of like a funny combination, I feel like, but Jason reports it's delicious. So I've got wild-caught sea scallops that Jason cooked for me. He sears those and then air fries them. The only seasoning I throw on them is a little black lava sea salt, and use a little oil on those too, babe, right? Yep.
Amy, so this doggone, you know, the syrup spilled on the bacon.
And then first time ever, I'm trying a buttercup squash, it's called. So I believe it's similar to kaboka. I never say it right, but that's what the people told me on the Instagrams, that it's similar. So that I sprayed with avocado oil and air fried it, and also threw in here some of these sugar bomb tomatoes from Wegmans. They're really good, just like kind of roast them. So we're gonna try that right now for you guys, because we're gonna do a live taste test of the squash, because I've never tried this before. Avocado oil spray, and then I did pink salt and black salt. I think I already said that 4 times, actually. I love that for me.
What?
That's really good.
Told you.
So some people said it had like a sweet potato flavor. It does have a sweetness to it for sure. It gets really, I like that it gets really, like really soft on the inside of it. And then this outer skin, I kept the skin on, I did rinse it, gets like a little bit crusty. And then the crisp from the sea salt. I might eat one of these tomatoes on my scallop. I gotta learn not to put things so close to the camera. Wow, that's really good. It was one of those things where I didn't think I was hungry. I was like, it's 9 o'clock at night, I'm fine, I'm gonna just go to bed. And then you stop and you actually eat and you're like, oh my God, I'm actually so hungry right now. Sometimes you just don't know. So, you know, that is the good thing about, you know, that kind of conflicts a bit with like intuitive eating, when to listen to your body, when not to. And that's kind of what's nice about tracking sometimes too, like tracking in more of an intuitive way like I did today. I wasn't following any numbers. I do always mentally, whether I'm tracking or not, I try to hit like 100 grams of protein, but for the most part, I don't have set goals. I just kind of like think about what I want, what's gonna be healthy, what tastes good, all that kind of stuff, what I have access to, etc. And I go with it and listen to my body, and then I track it just to kind of see how I'm doing, where things are at, figure out what dinner could look like to kind of make more of a well-balanced end of the day type situation. So it's kind of a different way of doing it, but that is what can be good sometimes about tracking, is seeing that, you know what, I don't feel hungry, but I know I definitely did not eat enough today. And by recognizing that and doing something about it, sometimes if you just don't eat, it will catch up to you. And that happens a lot of times when you undereat. The next day it can catch up with you. So I really try to be mindful of that and kind of push myself to eat more honestly on the days where I maybe feel like, meh, I could be good with not eating dinner. No, for me, the right approach is making sure I'm getting in a good dinner to finish out my day. So I'm gonna eat this delicious dinner, 10 out of 10 recommend for you guys. I did put that in my Fitness Pal as well. And then the only other thing I didn't show you guys for this full day of eating is I had a thing of branch chains and I added in a scoop of my Per Vitam collagen protein. It's so awesome to have that on hand for days when I know I'm not gonna, you know, I'm thinking I'm not gonna get enough protein, and then adding in one scoop, it's only 30 calories. It gives you 9 grams of protein. So it's kind of like a nice little addition in there if you need that. But yeah, overall for the day, we didn't do so bad, I guess. Protein 135, carbs only 106, and then fat 60 grams. But I think I'm gonna be pretty satisfied with this meal. The thing with squash, I probably would have had higher carbs had I had rice this evening, which I do love rice and eat like a lot. I eat a lot of rice, you guys. But squash, volume-wise, you can eat tons of it for so much lower carbs. So I wasn't intentionally doing a lower carb day. It was more so I really wanted to eat the squash tonight. So really recommend that. I got it at Walmart, actually. But yeah, I'm gonna finish eating my dinner. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, full day of eating. You got a little bit of everything in here, some workout footage as well. I hope you did find it helpful. If you did, it does help me out when you guys take a second, smash the thumbs up button, do all the things like subscribe, ring my ding-a-ling.
Ring it.
Can I say that?
You can take it.
Okay.
What's mine is yours, boo.
Ring my ding-a-ling, guys. And I will see you in the next video.